Righty, so we're live.
Cool.
Welcome along to Crictalk. I'm PK, and joined with me is the one, the only, Jason Byrne, mate. How are you?
Cool. So I'll just jump straight into it then.
Cool, man.
Right. First issue to talk about, obviously the ongoing series with Sri Lanka versus the Black Caps. Is Guptill's form. Everyone in New Zealand's talking about it.
Yeah.
Guptill's past ODIs, he's only scored 2 half centuries.
Mm.
Where you look at the form of the team, it's not necessarily good enough. Especially when you got guys like Tom Latham winning the wins, he could easily open. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Guppy's he's proved he's proved he can have good knocks, but I think just this summer is just he hasn't really he hasn't done what Brendan's been asking him, and come World Cup time, he's questionable whether he's going to be there or not.
Well, exactly. In the last ODI, he looked awful. He got out 3 times.
Yeah.
Actually, I think because I still think he's good enough to start in our team. So I think people are saying rest Brendan McCullum for the next ODI, but I think rest Guptill for the late open.
Yeah. No, Latham, he's a good young talent. He's proved he can have a good knock. So I think why not give him a shot?
Exactly, and also Ronke's been known to open. He opened for Australia, so he's always an option. Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Good on you there. So Ross Taylor, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think we could never drop him. He's always going to be one of our best, if not our best batsmen.
Yeah, too right.
He's just struck some form.
Yeah.
Of course, just unluckily getting down in the 90s. But he needs to work on his running.
Yeah. I think with him coming out of that injury, he's been put under a bit of pressure. The times that he has come in, where maybe New Zealand needed to pick up and they didn't quite get going. I think Ross has had it quite hard. So that 96 knock, it was good. He showed class in that. Just he needs to work on his communication. That's all it really comes down to. Not pointing him at him. Well, the whole team needs to work on the communication.
In terms of the running, Kane Williamson, he wasn't watching either.
Yeah.
So it's not always him, but it does always seem to be him involved in some way, particularly those two actually. So I don't think he needs to work on his communication.
Yeah. Well, runouts have been a big point, a big issue this summer.
Definitely. Of course, there was that match with about 4 or 5 runouts.
That one incident. Yeah. You can't really single it down to that one, but yeah, definitely, mate, definitely.
No. Right. Next topic we got up here is Sri Lanka's collapses. In the 6th ODI, they lost their last 6 wickets for 31 runs. What do you think?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got the likes of Thisara Pereira, Jeevan Mendes. They really haven't been stepping up, have they?
And of course, Karunaratne as well.
Yeah, Karunaratne. Yeah.
As an opener, Karunaratne scored 5, 21, and 5, and then in the middle order where he is now, he scored 12 and 26.
Yeah. Yep.
And then for the likes of Jeevan Mendes, in the past couple of ODIs, he scored 3, 18, 12. 23, and Thisara Pereira only 3, 0, 5, and 0.
Yeah, it's one to debate, isn't it? Whether they're going to be there.
Then you think, who else have they got? They haven't got a lot of depth.
Guys like Chandamal. He's proved.
He's a talent.
Yeah, he's quite good. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do we go now? Yeah. What do you reckon, mate?
I think that if Malinga and Kulaseka played in every ODI, then they'd be a huge threat. Unfortunately, it's not the case.
Yeah, definitely. I think Malinga, he's definitely got the experience to take out those tail enders.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's where I think they have lacked. One of their best bowlers being out pretty much the whole series. and when they've needed him there, they just haven't been able to get those victories. And I think
you take the fifth ODI as an example. They had the Black Caps at 93 for 5, finished at 63 for 5. Something ridiculous. The bowlers just did not. 363 for 5 there. The bowlers just didn't capitalise.
Yeah, that's right. You had guys like Elliott and Ronke coming in, and then that's when you really wanted to put Marlinger in, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you can tell that's when they just showed class, and you didn't have another bowler there coming in and having a go at them. So I think that's really where they lost the game.
Yeah, of course they had a huge impact in Marlinger's improving his form and all the short forms of the game. So I don't know if he's good come World Cup, then Sri Lanka could be a threat. But again, that lower order not stepping up for them in terms of the batting.
Yeah, too right, Jace. Now, Sangakkara and Dilshan, are they doing too much? Are they overworking? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. You could also add Joe Warner into there. Obviously, in the last ODI, he wasn't too good, but you're always going to have those days. But Joe Warner, Dilshan, Sangakkara definitely carrying the team.
Too right.
It's not ideal. Of course, you got the injury to Angelo Matthews there. That impacts the game a lot, but again, not really a lot of excuses for Jiggy Mendes and Sarah Pereira.
Yeah, you just have to feel once you start getting past Sangakkara and Dilshan and Jay Warden are thrown in there at the third man, you really feel that they just haven't got anything besides those guys,
Exactly. Well, even Angelo Matthews was playing, but he got out his ball. So he
hasn't really shown his captaincy, I don't feel anyway, this summer. He really should step up.
Even Lahiru Tiramani, standing captain, he hasn't really risen any eyebrows.
No.
He's got the odd strong stand, but nothing to speak of.
Yeah, you really feel that those tail enders, they're going to have to really sort that come cup time. I really think that's going to decide their cup, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Vittori
versus Callum. What are your thoughts?
Right, Vittori, downright best economy rate bowler I'd say we have.
He's always going to bowl.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Nathan McCullum, he's been there, he's not been there. He's a 50-50 in my case. I still think Vittori.
Yeah, they've all got economies in the 4s.
Yeah,
Vittori has that experience. But Nathan McCullum's average is around in the 50s. So he's not known for his wicket taking.
Yep.
But again, Vittori's always going to bowl 0 for 40.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah. Too right. And I think Vittori, he's got the experience. He's proved sometimes he can have a bit of a knock in the tail end, but I still think he's known for his bowling, and he's pretty much there for his bowling. So I think he'll be the one.
He's not the man. Right. Elsewhere in the world, West Indies, South Africa. West Indies have been disappointing for mine. 3-1. You've been keeping up with this?
I can't say that I have, but I've been keeping an eye on it a little bit.
AB de Villiers, of course, with his big century.
Yeah, I've seen that. Big knock there.
Sri Lanka in form. Their top order is devastating. The likes of Hashim Amla, the AB de Villiers.
Yep.
Good form, and the West Indies offer poor openers in Chris Gale and Dwayne Smith, and poor bowlers. Andre Russell put in a good performance to help the West Indies win the last ODI, but not really enough. So I think the West Indies are going to need to practice a bit for World Cup.
Yeah, and I really think on the day, if it comes down to it, the West Indies are going to be a bit of a dark horse in this competition.
Well, they do have the talent.
They got the likes of Gale. Yeah, exactly.
And also, of course, the Tri-Series going on. Last night's match rained off. Leads to a decider for India versus England. Who's going to win that?
Who knows? I like the look of Virat Kohli. He's shown he's really stepped up. He's brave and he's going for it. I'd really like to see India get over the line, but again, England Got some form batsmen, good bowlers to back them up.
Yeah, England. Of course, they got that Joe Root. He offers a lot of talent. Ian Bell's in good form.
Yep.
So, I'm picking England for this one just because India have been so disappointing.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Well.
World Cup.
Yep. All right. Thoughts. I've got to put Australia in there, just based on how much they've played this last summer. They've been smashing it out.
They've got the best opening in the world.
Yeah.
And David Warner.
Yep. South Africa also, they'll go big.
Yeah.
Good form coming into it.
Yeah.
I think they'll be good. Yep. What are your thoughts?
I think again Australia are gonna do really well. Of course, they got the home turf advantage as well. Of course, they offer a good finisher in James Faulkner. They got some good bowlers, Mitchell Johnson, Josh Hazlewood, he's coming up, and of course they got the bats, follower Aaron Finch, David Warner, George Bailey. They're all class.
All class.
Yeah, and of course South Africa. I completely agree. Their ODI team is formidable. But I think New Zealand will be dark horses. They're in they're in great form. This is the best World Cup build-up they've ever had. And for once, we've got depth, which we haven't seen in many years.
Yeah, too right.
In terms of teams that I think will be disappointing, I don't like to say it, but I think England will be disappointing. New captain, it's a tough time for them, and India as well. They're not showing much at the moment.
Nah. Well, yeah, I think for New Zealand, they've proven that if someone like the likes of McCullum does not have a big knock, they've proven that they have that depth, to have solid knocks elsewhere, and I think that's really going to benefit them.
Exactly. McCullum didn't get any runs in the last ODI.
Nah.
He was still 300.
Too right. All right.
Right.
Well, I think that's about it, mate.
Cool.
Well, good chat, mate.
Cheers.
All right. This is Crictalk. See you later.
Yeah.